Read that verse again. He says, I tell you, for he who is forgiven little, loves little. He looks at Simon and says, Simon, you love me very little. I call it the sin of loving less. I don't know if there is a sin like that in the Bible, but I call it the sin of loving less. You know, Jesus says that. You read in the book of Revelation, he talks to the church in Ephesus. He says, I have one thing against you. You've lost your first love. You don't love me like the way you used to love me. Do you hear that? He's talking to the church called Ephesus. The word Ephesus means darling. That's what it means in Greek. He's looking at a church which was once his darling, a maiden of his pure choice. He looks at Ephesus and says, oh, there's so many great things about you. You're doing such great things. You're an amazing church. But I tell you what, there's one thing I have against you. You've lost your first love. You don't love me like the way that you used to love me before. There's a concern that Jesus said. That's the sin of loving less. Jesus said in Matthew 22, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul. Why wouldn't he just simply say, love God and stop there? Why wouldn't the Bible say, love God? God is love, love God. Why does it have to say, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind? Why does it have to have so much of emphasis on that? God is saying, I don't want any superficial love. I don't want you to come just simply say that you love me. I don't want just an emotional experience. I want something very deep. I want you to really love me with all your heart, with all your mind, your volition, your decision making. Your decisions will prove that you love God. It's not just an emotional love. His heart is a seat of emotions. When the Bible says love the Lord your God with all your heart, it has to do with your emotions. It moves your heart. It moves you to tears when you love Jesus. It's not just simply words. But it doesn't stop there. He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul. That's where your personality is. That's where your character is. With all your mind, that's where your intellect is. In your life, in your actions, in your decisions, in your thoughts, in your feelings. Love Him with all your whole being. So the question that I'm trying to grapple with, it's not just for me, it's for you as well and for me as well. You know, do I love Jesus more or do I love Him less? Do I love Jesus more or do I love Him little? How much do I love Jesus?